they start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. So they cite the right guard. With a holding penalty.
And so many different assignments you can have at that position, and sometimes you might just be a step too late and have to grab and hold on.
Hey, let's get this working.
Winston to give. It's Kamara. And he'll use his blockers to get this up over the 20 to the 21. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
Kamara gets it again on second down. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Working out of the gun, Winston. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Returning it is Moore. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Here's Walker to start the drive. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. This defense for the Saints, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to run.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. The 20. Touchdown, Saints. Jarvis Landry, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Saints are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Lutz good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taken from about the 12. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. He returns the kick 88 yards to the house. And the Bengals have moved out in front. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Jameis to throw it. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Jordan Brooks with it. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD.
Well, Charles, he was looking for just a short throw, kept it in range for the rare linebacker pick 6.
And give him full credit for his focus. He just kept the quarterback in his sights, and where he was looking to throw, he positioned himself perfectly to be there for the interception. He made the play of the game for his defense right there.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Winston.
They'll get this out to Kamara.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 10 yards, good for a Saints first down.
That's good for the Saints.
Throwing, Winston. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. The Clemson product, DJ Reader, got in for the sack.
Brings up 2nd down.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Winston drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. Short completion, just 4 yards. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. To throw is Winston. Over the middle, into the hands of Michael Thomas. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. indeed going. It's Winston. That's to his running back, complete.
And he is going to have the Bengals first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and that will force a turnover on downs.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Saints are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much. And it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. Leaves them with 3rd and just a yard. A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down.
42 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
The Saints at 2 and 3 here to begin the new season. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football.
Touchdown, New Orleans! Jarvis Landry with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year.
And the Saints are back within a score.
Lutz with the extra point. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble, bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to.
And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby.
And the Saints are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. Winston and the Saints now with a 1st and 10
at their own 24.
He'll start with a give to Kamara.
A solid stiff arm. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, 1st down. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender, and then the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, sometimes a thing of beauty.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
To throw, Winston. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI.
So a PI call going to cost him there defensively. What did you see?
Well, I think it's the right call, partner, because sometimes we'll see officials kind of let them play. But by the letter of the law, that's definitely a penalty.
On play action, Winston. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Hey, let's get the circle. Come on. Come back. Green, double team.
To throw again on second down. Winston. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play, and he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
The Saints on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now Winston.
And oh no, it's incomplete. Well, it's a touchdown if he holds on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up 4th down.
The kick by Lutz is good, and that'll bring him back within 4.
Well, still some climbing left to do to get back to even, but forcing a turnover and getting the field goal there, that's a small step toward erasing the early deficit.
Absolutely. That interception field goal, that's the beginning of what they hope will be several steps towards erasing that deficit and building a lead of their own by the time this game is over.
Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. The Bengals drive about to get going.
The last drive for this offense, Charles, you remember it ended in one play, that quick interception, but they do still have the lead as they start this drive here.
And that's something to...
This is caught inside the 15.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Here we go.
If there was one knock on Joe Burrow coming out of LSU, it was arm strength, but kind of put those doubts to rest right there. Walker now on 1st and 10.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him maybe a yard. Quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
Now 2nd and 9 from the 10. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And he bowls his way into the end zone for a Bengal touchdown.
Kenneth Walker, his 12th rushing touchdown on the year.
As his guys are able to extend their lead. And oh, he clanks it off the right upright. And it's no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. They run him again with Kamara. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Basically, you're not going to outwork two guys very often.
Double coverage. I thought he was going to go somewhere else for the football. I get it. That's a stud wide receiver. You want to try to get him the football.
Yeah, sometimes you rely on him a bit too much. You forget the other options that are out there.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Winston now.
He'll get this one underneath to Kamara.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, Winston.
Back to Kamara for another catch. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball, possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Play action now. Winston. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Flying in to pick up that sack, Jordan Brooks.
Well, someone is certainly having a big game, and while that sack doesn't quite have the splash of his pick six from earlier, you know he's thrilled to be making big plays during a great individual effort today.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Winston. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on first down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Bengals drive about to get going. Now the question, what do you do here? Time not really an issue. You got over a minute, but you figure from this spot you'd need a good 50, 60 yards to even consider a field goal try.
Yeah, so there's optimism there, but there's also a little bit of restraint, right? You got to make sure you don't take a sack here. Don't end up in the end zone. Ball gets stripped. You could give up 2 points in that occasion, or maybe even 6 if you can't get on it and recover yourself. So make sure you protect the guy throwing the football if indeed that's the plan of attack.
They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10.
Burrow, throw left side, complete to Chase.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Now Burrow on 1st down. He gets this one to Boyd. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. To the air again, Burrow. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And incomplete on deep ball.
Well, it hasn't been a banner first half with the defense trying to cover him today, but they'll take that one right there, helping force that incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Burrow. And that is incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
On 3rd down, Burrow. He'll get this complete to Rondale Moore. And they'll get this across the midfield stripe, but still winding up short of the first down. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half.
Here we go, here we go.
They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. And this is caught. He hits Moore. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. So we have reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Bengals out in front. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. Fields this way up at the 17.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
On one, right?
The Bengals drive about to get going.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
He'll let this go for the end zone. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go.
I gotta go.
And Burrow's going to look to throw for it.
And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more.
Saints 17.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Working out of the gun, Winston.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
On 3rd down, here's Kamara. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara with career touchdown number 75. And the Saints are able to cut into that deficit. Lutz good on the extra point. And the lead will be cut down After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Taken in at the 3. And he returns this to the 22.
On the return, the Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
I'm one, ready?
The Bengals drive about to get going. Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting in a great spot. Up 2 scores here in the third quarter. Burrow's throw complete to McBride. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. To the right side, this is Walker. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scout.
And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Picked up by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smile.
Yeah, we didn't jinx him at all, did we?
No.
Because ordinarily that happens. Things fall off, but not in this case. I think a lot of it goes back to his technique. His ability to see the quarterback throw the ball while understanding where the receiver is running his route allows him to make a lot of plays on the football, and he's taking it away at a really high rate.
Winston. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
Now Winston. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry.
And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's good for our Saints.
Jameis now on first down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there. Their chance to score points, but the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Jameis to throw it. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hill. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 12-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains. From down at the 12, it's first and 10. Here's Kamara off the draw. They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take on extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle on that play. That's big time.
Play fake. Winston. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack.
You can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
Throwing. Winston. Got a man open. It's Thomas. It's
Saints have got it back to within a score.
Lutz with the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive 1st and 10. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
Kentavious Street there on the stop. Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Now Burrow. And he'll find Chase on the right side, complete.
Catch number 44 on the year. It's a first down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
I'm one, right?
From the gun, it's Walker.
And he's got room.
And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49.
Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Back to Walker on first down. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's 2nd down.
3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now it's Burrow.
Open man is Chase, complete.
And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 33. That one goes for 13 yards and it moves the sticks. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Burrow bats it forward. It's a jet sweep.
And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line.
A nice play design there with a touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Now a throw here to his running back. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Well, that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD.
Rondale Moore.
A touchdown on a kick return and now one through the air.
And the Bengals look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead now up to 14.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
Well, the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. 22 yards there, a first down.
That's good for the Saints. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Here's Winston. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Off the play fake, Winston. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. That's good for 28 yards. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
They have to like the play call because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and then completions to use the...
And it'll be intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it.
And the Bengals are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, I mean, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here and maybe take some chances they wouldn't have.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Give the sack to David Onyemata, the product of Nigeria by way of Canada. After the sack on first down,
Burrow setting up the screen here. This is Walker.
They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Here we go, here we go.
And for the Saints here on third down, an extra defensive back on the field.
Hey, King.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow.
He's going to have the hook up here to Chase.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
The LSU connection. Burrow to Chase for the Cincinnati first.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
And they come with a jet sweep here as Burrow just taps that forward.
And he'll be tackled at about the 35. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Now a second down and 6.
Now it's Burrow.
Able to get this one to McBride. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to...
Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown, Bengals. Tyler Boyd, 49 yards.
And the Bengals are looking to run it to 5-1 on this.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, I have to admit, I'm scratching my head a little bit here trying to make sense of what I just saw. Number one, huge lead. Just kick the extra point and be done with it. Number two, if you are going to go for 2, just line up and go for it from the 2-yard line. Why make it so difficult? That's a long way to go to try and pick up some points.
And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36.
Take over first and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
To throw, Winston. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game.
And, Jameis intercepted a third time.
Daxton Hill picks it off. And the Bengals are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed a quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out because the current formula's not working. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
David Onyemata able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw.
11, mighty, 11. Here we go, here we go.
He'll look to throw. He's got a man, complete. The 40. Past the 20. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown.
Jamar Chase
taking it goal line to goal line, 100 yards. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Facing a big fourth-quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it.
These guys are not giving up anything.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop him with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down again. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Desperation time. Winston on 4th down. He's got a man, complete.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
It certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Bengals, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for the Saints, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And they'll try to rebound next week.